My apologies for trying to speak a little louder here. I just want to post my thoughts on Stadia shutting down. So, I was a Stadia founder. I bought it right away when it first came out. I liked the idea. I liked the concept. I wanted to be cutting edge. I will admit, I thought it was going to be the Netflix of games. I thought I would pay them $15 a month and I would just have all the games and they were all installed, all patched, and I could just go through and play to my heart's content. That's what I thought. What it turned out to be was just an exclusive, very expensive club. That being said, I managed to get 266 games on here. A lot of pro. I mean, I got a lot of free pro ones. I was right at the beginning. Um, but I got a ton of games. What I did basically was I went for sales. If something was on sale, I bought it every payday, and I wouldn't just buy Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I would buy Assassin's Creed Odyssey Platinum Edition, the $120 game that was on for $67. That's the kind of stuff I bought. So I'm actually expecting a huge return in the order of, if my math was right, if there's an exchange, it's like almost $7,000 because I spent Canadian and the exchange has changed. So, so if it's true, if I'm actually going to get a rebate, that's huge. Now, that being said, I'm going to miss all these games. I didn't play exclusively on Stadia, but I certainly liked it. And what I liked about it was the family sharing. I was able to find four people, my nephews, two nephews, my neighbor who's got two kids, and my buddy, and they were able to access my Stadia and play it. So it was like I had five PlayStations that I could hand out, or four extra that I could leave at people's houses. So that was pretty nice. I enjoyed that. Um, some of the games that I got in Pro that I never would have bought, I thought were like super hot. Super hot. I won super hot, and then I won super hot the second one. Um, they were amazing. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed even Guilt. Guilt was awesome. See, Doom, I have the fire suit. I bought everything for Dead by Daylight. I got all the updates. A lot of pro games. Like I said, some of them were amazing. Like I really enjoyed. I spent more time on the pro games than I did on the ones that I like. Because there's a lot of games here I purchased and never even fired up. So down at the bottom probably. Redux Metro I never fired up. Jotun I think I did. Uh, Hello Neighbor I've never used any of those. I don't know. These Far Cries I got all these. I haven't even looked at the intro. So so as a gamer, Stadia was great. Stadia, I didn't have much lag. I'm in Ontario, Canada. Good internet, five, Bell five. Um, it ran fine for me. I will say, I enjoyed getting the free controller when I pre-ordered. What was that game? I just saw it. You know which one I'm talking about. The one there, Cyberpunk. When I pre-ordered it, I did the pre-order just to get the extra controller. What I'll say is, the moment they closed, my Premier Edition controller stopped working. My premium, it just shut down. It doesn't even boot up now. I tried charging it. I tried, you know, going through the app. It's. I believe it needed an update and they shut off the update server. That's my suspicion. I don't have any proof. I just know that my premium edition controller bricked itself the day this store changed. The day they said they put this up. I fired it up now. I'll admit I used my other controller. It took updates. I hadn't booted my premium edition in a while. So I don't think it died. I got a case for it. It's been protected. I think it was something to do with it needed an update and they shut the update server off. That's my suspicion. I'm really hoping they catch that and turn it back on at least till the 18th. If people complain, maybe I should complain. um, but so now let's look at that's okay. So I'm kind of all over the place. The pros being I got to play all these games for free because I'm getting my money back. And it's a huge investment that I made. I'm going to get like, if I get $7,000 deducted from my credit card, oh my God. They're calling it the Stadia stimulus check. And I gotta hand it to Stadia. Thank you. You get let me play all these games for free for 2.5 years. They also gave us 2 months of free pro during the beginning of the pandemic. I don't think anybody ever gives them credit for that. The first year, I only paid for 8 months of my year because I got 2 free months at the beginning. Well, they weren't really free; they were built into my hardware purchase. 2 free months of Stadia, and then I got 2 free months during the first pandemic, like the first year during the pandemic. So, 8 months out of 12 that I had to pay for. That's not bad. Um, and the games ran fine. I didn't play it exclusively. I actually bought it. I got into it for Red Dead Redemption 2. Because my method is I don't go out and buy the cutting edge. I got to have the PlayStation 5 on opening day and I'm willing to pay $1,500 to get one on eBay. I'm not that guy. What I do is when I bought my PlayStation 2, I got it for $200 and it came with all the games. When I bought my PlayStation 3, I bought it for $200 and it came with 10 games. So I'm gonna buy a PlayStation 4 now. I'm just gonna look and find one that's for sale for $200, and I'm gonna get all the guys' games with it. That's how I buy them. That's always how I've done it. So I never had Red Dead. I couldn't play it. So Stadia allowed me to play it, which I gotta thank them for that. I know they spent big bucks to get that title. I know they had a sweetheart deal that they fed to Rockstar. You know. I read all that. I know that. Um, but so what? It got me on there. I got to play it. I never really utilized the phone aspect of it, playing it portable, because I wasn't a fan of the touchscreen gamepad. But I will say my friend, who's a father, absolutely loved Stadia because he's a dad, and he can't grab a controller and turn on the computer or the television to play a game because what does he hear? I want to use that. The kid grabs a controller. It's just that simple. So he plays on his phone, and the kid doesn't even know he's playing. The kid's doing other things. So he loves Stadia for that, and he used to play the golf game, probably this one, 2K21, all the time. And he said it was easier to shoot and to putt with the on-screen controller than it was to do it with the controller. So, and he's a sports fanatic, so I'll give him that. His complaint, baseball never came to Stadia. That was his big complaint. He even called me and said, if baseball ever shows up, I'll pay for half, just buy it. Because he knew I was just buying the big ones when they were on sale. And he didn't want to wait for the sale. Baldur's Gate 3, loved it. I hated that they were deleting my characters, but that's part of beta. So I had to start it a few times. I'm kind of sick of the first, 40 minutes of it, but very cool game. I liked the Stadia. I got a lot of Stadia streamers that I started following. Some of the ones that come to mind are Sunny from Cloud Gaming and the cowboy from And Now Your Mama Knows. Good people. I liked what they were talking about. I liked what they were showing. There was other ones, that Richard at Review Tech. He was, I don't know. And then you had the haters, So I enjoyed the, what would you call it? The gaming community that sprung up around Stadia. The message board wasn't that cool, but whatever. The one thing I got added to Stadia, and I know it was me because I posted to the official Stadia Reddit and they responded and then it appeared, was I got the Stadia icon to appear in the little tic-tac-toe board, little squares in the corner of Google. I got the icon, the Stadia icon, because it was like a year and a half, and I said, could we just get an icon? I have to constantly search for Stadia if I get onto a new browser. And then they were like, oh, that's a great idea. And they added it. So that's my contribution to Stadia. So the developers were at least watching, listening to the fans and taking, I thought that was an obvious one, but I guess it was overlooked. And it was probably just an email to get it added. But that's all I wanted to say. My magic number was 266. So please post in the comments how many games you got. I wanted to film it so you saw it. 266 games that I was able to share with four friends, five friends actually, five friends, um, anytime. And if I purchased a new game, they got it. And I never ran into the problem with them fighting over, oh, we're both trying to play Cyberpunk. Because, like I said, my buddy was a sports fanatic. He went straight to the sports game. I had another friend who went to all the 3D shooters. So he'd be on Doom. So I didn't have conflicts. And actually, one of my buddy's girlfriends started playing Destiny 2, and she got right into it on a laptop, and she absolutely loved Destiny 2, which is cool to hear. A girl gamer actually playing a game. Not just streaming. So yeah, that's my take on Stadia. I'm gonna miss it. I'm looking forward to the rebate. I appreciate the rebate. I've never heard of a gaming company doing this. I'm sure they'll just take it as a write-off and whatever. But thank you. So the great experiment. They know this AI that was Stadia because it was an AI. Everyone forgets that. Um, it knows my gaming habits. Big deal. So I don't know what that's worth. So yeah, I'll miss it. I don't know why they got rid of it so quickly. Everyone predicted it. They said it's going to go the way of Google Glass, and they were right. But I'm getting my money back. I got to play all these games. There are definitely games that I bought that I would never buy again because I got into them and didn't like them. But then there were free games like Sniper Elite that I absolutely loved. And I won this game in 3 days. So I was like, well, if I had bought it and won it in 3 days, I wouldn't really like that. But I got it for free, so yay. I also found there was replayability. I played this a few times. So Pac-Man Mega Tunnel, I was awesome at that. Loved it. And then I watched my friend, who's a younger girl. I'm going to say 26, 27. So younger being that she didn't play Pac-Man on the arcade game. She played Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battle completely different than how I played it. I was playing it like an old school, I'm playing Pac-Man. I worked on my board. I kept people out if they came in. I fought them. She spent 90% of her time as the gigantic Pac-Man eating things because she would just go through every tunnel and eat all four things and then go to another tunnel. So she would eat people, but she wasn't very good at chasing them. So I've kind of merged her tactic with mine, and I found I started winning a lot more. So Dark Side Detective, I'm going to win this before January 8th. I've already won the first one. It was awesome. Second one, I'm going to give it a shot. So I got some games left to look into, and this party games, these you don't know Jack party games, Jackbox, awesome. Those are hilarious. I'm glad I got them. So yeah, I'm looking at about $7,000 back if I'm lucky, and I think I am. And the U.S. dollar's gone up, so there's about an 8% increase there. So but at the same time, I'm gonna miss it. So I love the controller. I love I love defending Stadia against the haters. I just wish more games would have got there. I wish you would have catered to gamers instead of whoever the hell you were catering to, because it wasn't gamers. You were trying to appeal to, I don't know. I don't even know. That's the marketing decision, and you guys will figure that out. I hope you do it again. I hope it just comes back in 10 years. Okay, thanks.